Hi, welcome to Technology, Exploration, and Career Center East, what we like to call TECC-East. Today, I'm going to show you around to some of our courses. Hopefully, you'll find something that will fit into your future pathway. Let's get started. These are our animation courses. Students can start these courses as a 10th grader. They can then continue on as an 11th or 12th grader throughout the sequence. Let's hear from the instructors and the students to see what they have to say.
Hello, I'm Ms. Kruger and I teach animation at TECC-East. I'm coming to the studio with real-life experience. I've worked on shows such as Jimmy Neutron, VeggieTales, and a feature-length film called The Ant Bully. I'm an animator teaching animation, and that is a rare opportunity. There's a world of opportunities with the animation skills you'll learn here. You can springboard this into becoming a character animator for feature films for Pixar, Disney, DreamWorks. Or if games are more your style, then you can easily move into gaming animators for places like Blizzard Studios or Nintendo. There are also hidden, unknown opportunities in other fields, such as medical illustration for animating systems for health professionals. Criminal law animation is an untapped field. Animators help lawyers and law enforcement reenact scenes in a safe way to show before a jury. Certifications are also available and an opportunity to showcase your talents with employers. The certifications that are offered are Autodesk Maya, along with various Adobe certifications. Examples of these are Photoshop, Illustrator, and Adobe Premiere, just to name a few.
First of all, the teacher is so awesome. She's great. Ms. Kruger is the best teacher, and because she has experience from the industry, so she tells us a lot of tips from animation, how to get better at animation. I used to watch a lot of Disney movies, a lot of DreamWorks, and a lot of cartoon shows, even anime. And I really got inspired into because of what I saw. So I decided to take animation because I wanted to learn how to do it. And it's been a blast.
Animation is taught on the most up-to-date hardware that is industry standard. The hardware that we use right now is Alien desktops along with Cintiq 22 monitors with pen capability. The software that we are currently using is Maya. Maya is a 3D piece of software that all major studios have built their proprietary software from. Adobe Animate is the 2D choice now. However, we recently acquired license for Toon Boom, Harmony, and Storyboard Pro. There is an opportunity to learn this software as well. There are exciting opportunities in the animation studio. Internships are available based on my business partner's needs at the time. Students submit animation to local and international film festivals. You'll get to hear from and network with industry professionals that come and answer all your burning questions. Some important facts to know about the animation course at TECC-East. This is an 18-week course. You must be a sophomore or older to attend. You must be willing to draw. We practice daily draws as a creative warm-up, along with improving your drawing skills. You don't have to be good, you just have to be willing. We have had multiple winners at the Walt Disney Teen Film Festival, along with the first place winners at local Dallas film festivals. Welcome to animation. I hope we'll see you soon.
Welcome to our architecture program. You can begin the architecture program as a 9th grader with Principles of Architecture. You can then continue on throughout your senior year with many levels of the architecture courses. Let's hear from the instructor and the students to see what they have to say.
Here at TECC-East, we have 5 different architecture classes in our program. We are one of the programs that you can actually start your freshman year. So our Architectural Design 1 class is available in 9th grade. All of the classes that we have in our program are project-based. They're 100% project-based. So that means that there's no textbook, no multiple choice tests, and no lectures.
I took this course because I wanted to just be introduced into architecture and see everything that it involved so that I would know if it was a career that I could be interested in taking.
We spend our time making and creating things. So there's a certain kind of student who enjoys a class like that. One, somebody who likes to learn with their hands. A person who enjoys taking things apart, putting things together, making stuff.
It's provided me with a lot of basic skills that are really important for architecture, like drafting and design processes, so it's really prepared me for college.
The second kind of student that we get is a student who enjoys art. So you like to draw, you enjoy drawing, maybe you've taken an art class or two, or you're taking art in high school, we do a lot of drawing in our classes.
Signing up for the class was fairly simple. It was pretty much just like signing up for any normal class at your campus, but then afterwards you just had to fill out some simple forms to confirm that like you wanted to take the class.
And then lastly, we encourage and emphasize creativity in the work that we do. So we're looking for students who like to think outside of the box, want to do things a little bit differently or try something new. That is something that we encourage in our classes because that's what makes our classes and architecture fun, and it makes architecture better for the world around us.
Welcome to the Automotive Technology program. These courses are offered for 11th and 12th graders with the opportunity as a senior to work at one of the local dealerships. Let's hear from the instructors and students and see what they have to say.
Hi, I'm Brad Dahlgren, Automotive Technology instructor here at TECC-East. Currently, Automotive Tech 1 is offered to 11th and 12th graders. In Auto Tech 1, we cover content areas including automotive safety, basic hand tools and equipment, light maintenance, brakes, wheels and tires, steering, suspension, and alignment. During the semester-long course, some of the certifications you can earn include ASE entry-level certifications, Snap-on tire certification, as well as various other online certifications through manufacturers such as GM, Ford, Mercedes, and Toyota. Some of the tools we use in AutoTech 1 are basic hand tools, power tools, as well as shop equipment such as car lifts, tire machines, wheel balancers, and alignment machines.
The reason I signed up for Automotive Technology is because I really liked the program. I liked how it was taught by Mr. Emery, Mr. Dahlgren, and I really saw a future in the automotive industry.
I took Automotive Technology because we drive our cars every day, and I really wanted to get an understanding of how they really work, and I feel like Automotive Technology is really going to help me with that.
The Automotive Technology program here is exciting because you gain real-world experience through the hands-on use of modern tools and vehicles. And if you continue on to Auto 2 and our internship program, Practicum, you'll get the opportunity to work in a real-world automotive industry. You get to see what being a technician is really like. Some examples of the careers you can pursue after the Auto Tech program is an independent automotive shop technician, or even a dealership technician working your way to becoming a team leader or shop foreman. Or you can just use the program to build a foundation to pursue any other automotive-related career, such as a performance speed shop technician, a parts specialist, or even an automotive engineer. One of the best things about taking the Auto Tech program is even if you don't have a desire to have a career in the automotive field, you can still gain valuable skills that you can carry with you for the rest of your life, such as how to change a flat tire, how to change your own oil, basically how to maintain your vehicle all around.
I'm Doug Emery. I'm one of the automotive instructors here at TECC-East. Currently for the Automotive Technology 2 program, students will go through electrical, heating and air conditioning, engines, and engine performance. Through the electrical section, students will learn how to use all the advanced diagnostic tools. They'll earn a certification for the voltmeter, battery starting and charging diagnostic equipment. Students will learn how to read wiring schematics, repair wiring on an actual vehicle, different wiring techniques that are used across different manufacturers. With heating and air conditioning, students are going to learn how to evacuate and recover AC systems. They'll earn the EPA 609 certification, so they are now federally licensed to handle refrigerant amongst vehicles. And then in the engines and engine performance section, students will actually disassemble, reassemble engines, and then we're going to go through the different ways the engines actually function and operate through the fuel system, ignition systems, computer systems, and how they all function and talk to each other through the different networks. So students will actually learn to hook up computers to the actual cars, read diagnostic trouble codes, and begin the process of learning how to diagnose vehicles. Once students finish the AutoTech 2 program, they'll have the opportunity to test for the ASE entry-level certifications. There's 10 tests, and so students will be able to test for those as well. And then students will be able to attend the Practicum program, where in that class, students, instead of coming to the actual campus, they go work at a dealership or a local shop where they work with a master technician to learn how the dealership works and work on cars under the supervision of different technicians in the area.
This class helps my future by putting me like on hands-on. It gives me more experience, and then also the internship with BMW helps me out a lot. It helps me get my foot in the doorstep.
With my future, it's going to help me because it really sets me up on how everything works, and it really gives me a hands-on experience by creating real-life scenarios and allowing me to really work on the cars myself.
Most of our internships are paid internships for the students, and so students have the opportunity to actually be working in the second half of their day while their friends are still sitting in their English class in the afternoon.
I really like how Mr. Emery and Mr. Dahlgren teach you how to use the tools, use all the jacks and everything. So whenever you go into the internship, you go in with a little bit of experience. You're not at phase one. You know how to use common hand tools, know how to identify tools like metric and SAE.
We are currently partnered with multiple dealerships around the area. So we have students that are currently working at BMW, Mercedes, Porsche, Ford, GM, Toyota, Lexus, Jaguar Land Rover, and Cadillac.
So practicum is you get into practicum, and then the teacher will set you up with an interview with the dealership, and then you'll go give an interview, and then if they accept you, then you'll begin working with them in like a real life dealership and actually be earning money. So it's a paid internship.
Most of our students do go on to tech school, and then they are usually hired full-time by our actual partnership that they did an internship with. So we look forward to seeing you in our class sometime very soon.
These are our AV production courses. Freshmen can start these courses with our digital sports media classes. 10th grade can start in the AV production courses. Let's hear from the instructors and students about what they have to offer.
Digital Sports Media is a class designed for 9th through 12th grade students with an interest in sports and media production. The introductory media course will give students opportunities to photograph sports, shoot and edit highlight videos, and promote different LISD teams on social media.
It seemed like a fun class, and I wanted to get experience with like camera usage and stuff because that's what I was going to college for, like AV stuff and like sports media.
DSM will train students in basic photography and photo editing, videography and video editing, and graphic design. If you're interested in being in front of the camera as a sports broadcaster or a reporter, you'll have a chance to do that as well.
I've got a lot better at Photoshop than when I came in here, and I've learned a lot about like just what goes on behind the scenes during sports productions.
Students will learn Adobe Bridge, Lightroom, Photoshop certification, GarageBand, and iMovie. DSM students will also have the opportunity to support Lewisville Sports Media Network, our student-run production group that live streams various LISD sporting events. If you are interested in an introductory course for photography, graphic design, or AV production, or if you just really love sports, the Digital Sports Media class might be exactly what you're looking for. AV production is designed to equip students with the skills, knowledge, and training necessary for a career in audio or video production. Maybe you want to be a video producer, a film director, an editor, or a news reporter. You'll get the opportunity to experience all of this in AVP.
One of the reasons that I took AV production is because I really wanted to gain a better understanding of the industry and just really be able to actually work in the field. And because I knew that I wanted to do something in this field, but I didn't know like the specific tools that I needed to do it.
AV Production 1 is designed for 10th through 12th grade students. In AVP 1, students will learn the basics of audio and video and complete a variety of different types of productions, PSAs and commercials, music videos, news productions, even some film-style projects.
I'm not entirely sure like what position I want to be in just yet, but I'm pretty sure that as a career, yeah, I want to do something in this industry along the lines of maybe a writer or a director, something of that nature.
AVP 1 is offered at both TECC-East and TECC-West campuses, with very few differences between the two classes. Students in AV production will work with various types of cameras, from DSLRs to cinema cameras. We also offer training in a number of post-production applications, such as Final Cut Pro, Premiere Pro, and After Effects. We also have a lot of opportunities to gain real-world experience by working on productions outside of class, including live streaming sports, graduations, and recording various district events.
Working with the camcorders was difficult at first, but then when you learned how to use it correctly, it was really fun and easy. We have some really cool projects that we've done.
I've been able to like step in the shoes of various roles and like kind of see how each role in the field kind of works together. I've also been able to like, because as I've said, like I want to eventually hopefully be able to work as a director. I've been able to put myself in those shoes and kind of see how that is, so that I can see if that's something I really want to do.
When students continue to AV Production 2, they may choose one of two different pathways. AVP2 at Tech West focuses on film-style production, while AVP2 at Tech East focuses on live studio productions. The East AVP2 class has access to a fully functioning television studio, just like you'd find at a local TV station. We produce a bi-weekly news program called The Lead. The Lead is an Emmy-nominated news broadcast for LISD students at all 5 high schools. AV students will find news stories from the different campuses, getting video footage and interviews to showcase what's happening in LISD. Third-year AV students or practicum students will be the producers of the show, directing the production and deciding the content that will be included for each broadcast. If you're interested in a future in film or television broadcasting, make sure you check out the AV production program at Tech East.
Welcome to our cosmetology courses. These courses are offered as a sophomore. You start the program the spring of your sophomore year. You will complete the program the fall of your senior year. This program is designed for you to become a licensed cosmetologist upon graduation. Let's hear from the instructors and the students and see what they have to say.
The opportunities begin the very first day when you get your cosmetology student permit. This student permit allows you to become a shampoo tech in a salon. Oftentimes, cosmetology students are desired to become receptionists. This allows them to experience the salon front desk procedures along with being able to know the ins and outs of the salon environment.
Cosmetology is going to help me in my future because after I attend college, I'm hoping to open my own salon. And I feel like being in the cosmetology program, it's gonna help me because I'm obviously gonna need my license. And Miss Flynn and Miss Kay also help give me insight of what it's like working in an actual salon.
This course is going to help me to become better and have my own business and everything, because you're going to be more advanced than other people at your age.
It's gonna help me with my future, because the more experience I get, the more experience I will have in the future in the outside world.
Once you've obtained your cosmetology license, then you're able to become a hairstylist in a salon. With furthering education, this also can allow you to become a specialist in the field of cutting, chemical texturizing, along with hair coloring. The other opportunities can allow you to become a manicurist as well as an esthetician. Other opportunities are in management. You could be a salon manager, maybe perhaps even being a salon owner, or owning your own franchisee. The possibilities are limitless.
I signed up for cosmetology because ever since a kid, I've been interested in hair, nails, and makeup, not to mention that it also runs in my family. So taking cosmetology pretty much let me use my creativity through beauty just to create some beautiful masterpieces.
Why I took cosmetology is because I've always had a passion for hair and nails, and it also runs in my family.
It's a smart decision because outside of high school it can be up to $15,000, $20,000, and I feel like it'll help me in my future.
At the end of the cosmetology program, a student will receive a Texas Cosmetology Operator's License after passing the written and practical exam. This license will allow them to provide cosmetology services in the state of Texas. The cosmetology program fees include a student kit. These tools include basic items such as a flat iron, blow dryer, cutting shears, a clipper set, and more tools that the students will use during the course of the program. This kit will be useful for an entry-level position in the cosmetology industry.
The experiences that I've gained from this course is being able to understand people better. That's one of the main things that we are learning about, is seeing people's facial features, understanding what they're saying. And also another experience I've gained is meeting more people, getting their contacts, and really having this positive environment that even the teachers promote.
Something I really enjoy in cosmetology is the things you learn every day, even if you know it, like do it.
Some experiences I've learned through cosmetology is it's not as easy as it looks, but mistakes are bound to happen, and they are only there to help you improve and to get prepared for the real industry.
Cosmetology gives you plenty of opportunities to go and collaborate with other programs. We love being part of Circle of Friends, doing their hair and makeup for the prom fashion show. We also get the opportunity to work with law enforcement for our Fitness Fridays, along with going and providing services, whether it be inside our salon setting or going to other locations. We also get to participate in the back-to-school health fair. When the students get done with special events like these, the feeling, the sense of pride and accomplishment is overwhelming. Every year, there's never a problem getting a student to want to volunteer to provide services. We also do the Next Steps Generation, and we also are able to do the prom fashion show at LHS. What a great opportunity for students to be able to put events, experiences into their e-portfolios along with their college applications. So whether it's a stepping stone to another career or career in cosmetology, it's priceless.
These are our graphic design courses. These courses can be for 10th, 11th, and 12th grade students. You can continue on in many levels of the graphic design program. Let's hear what our instructor and students have to say about the courses.
Hello, I'm Chrissy Robertson, the graphic design instructor at TECC-East. The graphic design and illustration department at TECC-East offers 3 levels of classes: Graphic Design 1, Graphic Design 2, and Practicum in Graphic Design. In the 3rd year, the practicum students are eligible to apply for an internship with a local creative agency.
I signed up for graphic design because I had an interest in photography and typography in middle school, and so I wanted to join this class to both expand my knowledge in photography and just challenge myself with new information.
I signed up for graphic design because I had to find something that would help me with digital art, which I did not excel in at the time, and I primarily worked with traditional forms of art and wanted to expand my horizons, and graphic design proved to be a great way to do just that.
There are infinite possibilities for careers in visual communication. You could become a fashion designer, an art director, or an advertising designer. Visual communication is everywhere we look.
Before joining this course, I had an interest in photography and typography in middle school, and so I joined this course because I wanted to both expand my knowledge in photography and challenge myself with new projects.
There are 3 certifications that you can obtain through this program. They include Adobe Illustrator, Adobe Photoshop, and Adobe InDesign. We have some really amazing hardware in the studio. We work on Wacom Cintiq monitors, the same hardware they use at Disney. There are several apps we use in class. We predominantly work in Adobe Illustrator, but we also use Photoshop and InDesign.
I find that allowing yourself to experiment with programs you usually won't be able to experience until you're in an actual field is very useful, and it will benefit anyone who is trying to go into the graphic design, art, or anything like that fields and help them succeed.
Our projects are always fun. We compete in the Medical City Children's Hospital Kids Teaching Kids recipe book competition each year. This will be our 4th year to compete, and we've won the last 3 years. I try to partner with local businesses and school groups to design custom learning experiences for our graphic design students each semester.
These are our health science courses. You can start taking the health science courses as a 10th grader. There are many courses that you can continue to take as an 11th and 12th grader. Let's see what the teachers have to say about their courses.
Hello, my name is Mr. Taylor, and I'm the TECC-East instructor for the Principles of Health Science class and the Medical Terminology class. Think about the last time you went to the doctor. Who were all of those people you met, and how did they get those cool jobs? What were they doing? How did they learn their skills? These courses are for people that are interested in learning more about the healthcare careers such as doctors, nurses, dentists, pharmacists, and all the other areas that you can imagine that are related to the healing arts.
I took these courses because it really does prep you for the future and really tells you a lot about the job and how much dedication and how persistent you have to be into the medical field.
In these classes, we will learn about the healthcare careers and what schooling and training is needed to succeed in them. We will look into the diagnostic tools for some of the programs while learning how to check vital signs. We'll learn how to check blood pressure, pulse, temperature, blood oxygen saturation, respirations, and other tests. In the medical terminology class, we will introduce you to the language that is health science. We will learn the root words, prefixes, and suffixes that make up the terms while learning the Latin and Greek background of the terms. We will use the terms while studying the systems of the body. In this study, we will dissect a sheep heart to look at the comparative anatomy, practice at blood typing to determine what your blood type is, and do sensory exams on our patients to test things like sight, hearing, and depth perception.
I actually took Principle of Health Science and Med Terminology because my mom was a nurse and I'm really interested in the medical field, and I do intend on being a neonatal surgeon or an OBGYN.
This is an exciting course designed to prepare you for the next level of our health science program, which includes the theory and clinical classes and the practicum classes where you can earn certifications as a pharmacy technician or a medical assistant or get involved with the healthcare rotation groups. The only prerequisite for this course is a passing grade in biology, and you must be a sophomore. I'm excited to be offering this course and look forward to seeing you in my classes here at TECC-East.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Hicks. I teach health science theory and health science clinical here at TECC-East. Thank you for giving me your time and allowing me to talk for a bit about my classes. The health science theory and clinical courses provide you the opportunity to apply the concepts learned in Principles of Health Science and Medical Terminology while you continue to explore the field of medicine. Successful completion of those courses are required before taking the theory and clinical courses.
I decided to take health science theory and clinical because I really loved the first class, and then the skills I have learned in the first and second, I know it will help me in my future.
I signed up for health science theory and clinical because I know that the skills I'm learning now are going to give me an advantage going into college and med school in the future.
Some of the topics we go over include diseases, health and wellness, and lifespan development. We'll also learn about vital signs. We'll explain the bodily processes associated with and why we take vital signs. You may have been introduced to vital signs in your principles class, but you'll master the skill in this course. Mobility is always a favorite unit. There's a lot of hands-on learning in this unit. You'll perform several procedures, including procedures to position and transfer patients, as well as procedures to assist with patient ambulation using canes, crutches, and walkers. You'll learn and demonstrate how to size and use these devices, as well as the reasons for use. We'll calculate drug dosages and learn how to draw up medication into a syringe. We'll analyze routes of administration and the reason each route is chosen. Patient assessment and education are emphasized throughout the course, as well as the use of medical terminology. During this course, you will also have the opportunity to receive 4 certifications: bloodborne pathogens, first aid, CPR, including AED, and stop the bleed. My hope is that this course will keep you excited and curious about medicine as you prepare for the practicum level courses. Thank you for listening, and I hope to see you in class.
This is our law enforcement program. This course is offered as a freshman or a 9th grader. You can continue this program all the way through your senior year. Let's hear from our instructors and see what they have to say about their courses.
Hello, I'm Mr. Mauser, one of the law enforcement teachers here at TECC-East. I teach Principles of Law, Law Enforcement 1, Law Enforcement 2, and Federal Law and Protective Services. In our law enforcement courses, you'll be introduced to the professions in law enforcement, security, corrections, and fire and emergency management services, and we'll examine the roles and responsibilities of police, courts, corrections, private security, and protective agencies of fire and emergency services.
I signed up for Law 2 because ever since I was younger, I've just loved the fact to help people, and I always loved the whole police aspect of things.
Students will cover the history, organization, and functions of local, state, and federal law enforcement, the role of constitutional law, United States legal system, criminal law, and law enforcement terminology, and the classification of elements of a crime. Topics in this course include a brief overview of criminal law, legal systems, arrest procedures, conflict resolution, use of force, active shooter, security planning, and interview and interrogation, and substance abuse. The certifications that students will receive are CPR, Stop the Bleed, active shooter response certifications.
I believe that this course is going to help me in the future by it gives me experience, and it's going to help me go into police stations and go into college just because it gives me experience.
For students interested in continuing their law enforcement cluster, Law Enforcement 2, Federal Law and Protective Services, and Practicum are also available.
Hello, I'm Mr. Wheeler, and I also teach Principles of Law, Law Enforcement 1, and the Practicum of Law Enforcement. We provide hands-on lessons like handcuffing techniques, traffic stops, and other realistic scenarios.
I took Law 2 because I want to be a lawyer in the future, and so I feel like taking this class, it's going to give me kind of like a base to stand on.
For those wanting to pursue a career in law enforcement, these classes are the closest students can get to a real police academy before turning 21 years old. We also have a wide range of guest speakers from various agencies such as Lewisville K-9, Texas DPS Tactical Flight Officers, FBI Special Agents, the Colony Police Department, detention officers, and Denton County Bomb Squad, to name a few.
A few things that we've learned about that's really helped is like they help you keep your emotions in check when you're on the job, and we learned a lot of different things that I didn't really think we'd learn about, like we actually do traffic stops and a few other things like that.
The Practicum class is a co-op class where students will be assigned a different agency every month to shadow. This will give students a more in-depth understanding of a career in criminal justice. Thank you, and we look forward to seeing you in our program.
Welcome to our Pharmacy Technician program. You can take this program as a 12th grader. This program is for seniors that have completed the health science sequence throughout their 10th and 11th grade years. Let's hear from the instructor and students on their experiences.
Students in the Pharmacy Technician program are registering for an 18-week college-level nationally recognized training program by the Pharmacy Technician Certification Board. Students participate in this program as seniors. They spend the first 9 weeks of the program navigating the Texas State Board of Pharmacy registration process, qualifying students for a 2-year Texas State registration. This immediately allows students the ability to apply and work as a trainee in a pharmacy.
I chose to take the pharmacy technician course because I had heard that it was a really good, stable, and flexible job, especially in college. They take a lot of college students, and it's a good way to make money while you're there.
I figured that if I could get a job during college, it would probably be pharmacy technician or medical assistant. So it's a good jumping point for healthcare hours.
During the first 9 weeks of the program, we work on rules, regulations, and what's necessary to be successful in the pharmacy. The second 9 weeks of the program, students will get to complete an unpaid externship at a participating sponsored pharmacy, working side by side with the pharmacy technicians and pharmacists to build their skills and place those newfound learning skills to actual practice. Students will have the opportunity to obtain 2 certifications through this course. The first is the National Pharmacy Technician Certification, which will earn the student the credential CPHT. The second certification is the National Sterile Preparation Technician, which will earn students the credential CSPHT.
I've learned the medical abbreviations. So if a doctor were to send home a prescription, I'd be able to read it and tell whenever you're supposed to take it and how you're supposed to take it.
One of the things that I definitely took away were study techniques. In the class, you learn a lot of drugs, the categories that they fall into, side effects, stuff like that, and that helps you when you get to college because there's a lot of memorization. Another thing is time management because there's a big deadline for pharmacy tech because you're working towards getting to take and pass the exam at the end of the year. So you have to make sure that you stay on top of your work and continually build onto what you already know.
It's a great opportunity, and our program has been extremely successful. Pharmacy technician is a great college job. It's a great career with room for advancement. Programs and certification opportunities like these offered at the Career Centers are a great way to give students an edge in a very competitive medical world. We look forward to seeing you guys in our program.
These are our STEM courses. You can start taking the STEM courses as a 10th grader. There are many courses that you can continue to take as an 11th and 12th grader. Let's hear from the instructor and the students on their experiences.
My name is Carrie Nathan, and I'll be your guide through the innovative courses of STEM here at TECC-East. Our goal in our STEM curriculum is to keep the projects hands-on and relevant to new technology and industry needs.
The reason I took practicum in STEM is because I've taken a lot of science courses in my past, but nothing has delved into the business side of it. And so with the opportunity of having an internship that teaches me the aspects of business and more of the STEM world in areas that Marcus doesn't offer, I was able to really hone in on a lot of skills that I wouldn't be able to before.
While this year we are focusing on Arduino controls, robots, and DNA research, next year we'll bring the new technology to campus that could include drones, rapid prototyping, computer control manufacturing, rockets, and much more.
I just always had a really big affinity towards STEM. It just made a lot of sense to me. And I was just really impressed by how many STEM courses were here. So we do experiments that I don't think would be allowed in those home campus classrooms. The current practicum in STEM I'm in right now, I've used robotics and a little bit of computer programming to really help me out every day. There's so many different branches of different businesses that will come here and just really help you with where you want to go in your life and the decisions that can help you get you there. I think that's really important.
Learning in STEM is learning the fundamentals of technology and applying it to real-life professional experiences. This course will focus on cutting-edge technology that only needs you.
Welcome to the video game design courses. You can start taking game programming and design as a freshman. You can then work your way through the video game design courses, or you can add in web game development and mobile applications. Let's hear from the instructors a little bit more about these courses.
Hi, I'm Billy Carter. I'm a teacher at TECC-East I teach web game development and mobile application development in grades 10 through 12. Some examples of the job career that you can pursue after taking this class is game design, software engineering, web developer, graphic designer, artist. A certification that you can earn is Precision Exams 21st Century Success Skills, Precision Exams Business Web Page Design 1, and Precision Exams Web Development 1. Some of the tools and software that we use in the class include Adobe Photoshop, Brackets IDE, HTML5, CSS3, JavaScript, jQuery. We also use PlayCanvas, WebGL Game Engine, and we use Google Apps, including Drive and Sites. Some of the exciting activities that you'll be doing taking this class is you're going to be building games that can be played on any browser or desktop or mobile devices. Not only will you learn how to code web games using HTML5, CSS3, jQuery, and JavaScript, you're also going to learn how to create web games using game development tools that will actually write the code for you. Some of the games include pinball, platformers, arcade-style games, 2D and 3D, and idle games. This course is heavy in coding. Each student will be typing, developing, debugging, and testing code. The skills learned are transferable to many different programming languages and industries.
Hi, I'm Kevin O'Gorman, and I'm an instructor at TECC-East and teach a number of the game development courses. I'm going to talk about game programming and design, video game design 1, video game design 2, and video game design 3. Examples of jobs and careers that you might pursue after these courses include a game programmer or a game designer or level designer or a game artist or a game tester. The entire course really focuses just on the game industry, but there are some parallel careers you could do that use similar skill sets. As far as where you might work, for the most part, you can expect to work in a game studio. Some people just go independent and work from their own house or work with a small group of people. And there's also serious games, which I like to bring to my students' attention. That is not the commercial entertainment game industry everyone thinks about, but more of the educational and training side of things. And so you could work for a giant corporation making games for its marketing tools or things like that too. And it's a lot easier to get into. Certifications that people can expect out of the course is we have a couple of precision exams that you can take and get certified in their game development area. There's also the possibility of certifications from Unity, which is the company that makes our game engine, and the certified user is the standard high school level certification there. Tools and software you might expect to use through all those courses is Photoshop for all our 2D assets, Blender for all of our 3D models and animating them. Audacity is our sound software. Visual Studio Code is what we do our C# programming in, and we use C# because we're using the Unity 3D engine, and that's the language that goes with it. The Unity engine is responsible for about half the video games created these days.
I've learned a lot about, like I said, coding. I think this course will help me in the future because I am trying to get into a job in this industry, and Texas is a really good place to do that because there's a lot of video game jobs here.
Some of the examples of activities that you might experience is a marketing game that we create as basically a commercial product, and an edutainment game that we make for the next door kindergartners who come over and play test our games and give you real life feedback. We also make a role-playing game in Video Game Design 2 and arcade-style game for a mobile device in Game Design 3. There's a lot of other projects in between. Basically, we try to make sure your e-portfolio is loaded with playable games so you can show off whether you're trying to apply for college programs or for jobs. So other information that is important is our courses help you decide if this is the right field for you. We let you try all the possibilities. You're exposed to a lot in a very short time, but the game industry itself is a very broad number of disciplines, and you kind of need to get a little taste of all of them. You'll most likely need to continue your studies in college to really crack into the industry, but at least you'll know where you want to specialize. So hopefully we'll see you in one of our classes soon, and keep playing games.
Another course is Mobile Application Development. It's also for grades 10 through 12. Examples of some jobs and career that you can pursue after taking the course include Junior Mobile Application Developer, Mobile Developer for both Android and iOS, Hybrid Mobile Application Developer, Software Engineer, Graphic Designer and Artist. Certifications you can earn include Precision Exam 21st Century Success Skills, Precision Exams Mobile Application Fundamentals, and some of the tools that you're going to be learning in this class include Adobe Photoshop, brackets IDE, Apple Swift and Xcode, React Native and Expo, MIT App Inventor, and PhoneGap. Google Apps will also include Google Drive and Google Sites. Some exciting examples of activity that you'll be doing is doing programming that will foster students' creativity and innovation by presenting opportunities to design, implement, and deliver meaningful projects using mobile computing devices through problem solving and collaboration. You will gain an understanding of the principles of mobile application development through the study of developing platforms, programming languages, and software design standards. In the past, mobile application developing students have created meaningful, functional mobile apps for Lewisville ISD. These have included dice rolling apps and calculator apps for student iPads. Once tested, the district distributes them to the self-service portal for students and teachers to use on their mobile devices. This course is heavy in coding. Each day, students will be typing, developing, debugging, and testing code. The skills learned are transferable to many different programming languages and industry. We look forward to you coming out and taking web game development and mobile application development at TECC-East.
Thank you for watching the virtual tour of TECC-East. Hopefully you found a class that will interest you, and we'll see you here in the near future. If you'd like more information about any of the courses you saw here, please contact your home campus counselor or feel free to contact us for more information. Hope to see you soon.